So, I wanted to take a moment to talk about something that I've seen in a lot of companies since I left the military and came to the civilian world. What I want to talk about is the difference between orientation and training. Like, orientation can be part of your training, right? But you can't say that your orientation is the training, right? So if you're training somebody in your workplace for whatever, it could be a cashier or like me, like a third party education company, right? Orientation is, oh, this is how things work, okay? This is how we're organized. This is where you can find this. But then you don't just say, oh, that was the orientation, now go, right? You can't do that and expect great results. Now, training, right, after an orientation, certifying somebody to do a job is the part that I'm seeing is missing. And yeah, in education, but in a lot of different industries. Managers, usually they know how things go. Maybe they got promoted within the company or whatever, but a lot of them are missing that training piece, okay? So here at my school, we're doing crawl, walk, run, right? But at the end of that run, I should be able to look at my coworker and be like, hey, are you good? And that coworker should say one of two things. Oh, I still don't know what I'm doing. It's not possible for me to do this to an adequate standard. Or they're going to say, hey, I got it. I can teach this class. I can lead this session. I can do the functions of my job. And if they say that with confidence, then you have successfully trained that person. If they say that they are still weak in certain areas and you observe them to be weak, training isn't done and you need to start the cycle over again. Don't be lazy with this, because somebody who is untrained, somebody who's not meeting the standard in a certain area is going to cause you headaches down the line, right? Don't fire until you've trained somebody adequately to the point where the onus is now on them to do the job, right? We want to be fair. We want to be equitable in the workplace. And a lot of times that's missing. And it shouldn't be, right? Learn how to train. No matter what the skill set is. If the person's a cashier, train them to competency. Train them to be able to run their whole shift, to get their numbers to an acceptable level of customers through their line. If it's teaching, train them to consistently get the students to where they need to be in terms of understanding.